Hello, everybody. I'm making a little bit of an update video to the video that I put out before, showing you ways that you can kind of tuck away your plantations. Of course, many of other people have done videos on this, and I kind of take in various tips that people have given out in their videos and kind of came up with this structure that you see here in my base from my hardcore run. Essentially, I have no real good design kind of aesthetical design sense. So I just basically just make a giant mega structure and then make use of it there. But I wanted to have a farm that was efficient and it didn't cause the pals to spaz out. Originally, I had all of my plots stacked above ground on the second floor. And then I had the thought of, because I'd seen people kind of tucking them into like their foundations and stuff, they kind of built at the ground level. Like, well, I'm pretty sure I can apply the same principle to a second floor because on my bottom floor, before I got the quartz mining node, or rather the quartz mining station, I had several quartz mining nodes on the bottom floor, so I really couldn't fully utilize this space. So I decided to go ahead and build this structure into the underneath of my floor. In my base, my second floor is 4 foundations high. So what I did was essentially on the third foundation in height, I built this little structure, which is roughly, I believe it's like 5 by 7 is what I think it measures out to. 1, 2, yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 by 7. And then I had tucked away these plantations using the pillars to kind of frame up the larger plantations into a more kind of even and predictable space. A lot of people use the Japanese pillow sets to stack these, and I had seen another video that showed how to use benches to go ahead and stack these up. There was plenty of videos showing how to tuck these ones, the little the little 1x1 foundation-wise berry plantations, but I hadn't really seen anything showing demonstratively how to do the larger plantations. So what I am going to do is, I had, through a comment on my previous video, somebody said that you use the corner pieces to be able to frame them up. And in a game with some friends, I went ahead and did that and was able to do 4 of the larger plantations kind of framed up nicely. So it's a bit more aesthetically pleasing than kind of what I've got going here, which again is just, you don't need to use the glass floor as long as you use the tricks that I show you. Or, well, honestly, the game is pretty flexible. I'm sure you can come up with your own way. But essentially, as long as they are not deeper than 4 plantations, your pals can... it doesn't matter what the floor is. Currently, I don't have the glass foundations in my other game, so I've just got, like, wood paneling, and they're able to water, harvest, and gather from that. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you me doing a full set. I'll do the small one in case you are not familiar with how to do that, and then I will show you how to do the larger one. I'm a bit of a rambler, so this may kind of take a bit, but feel free to jump around to just get the information that you need. So the first thing is since we're not using the Japanese pillow set, which you can find here at 55. That's a lot. That's really late to be able to kind of start to efficiently farming, to be able to maximize your base space layout and functionality. So what I actually use is the tidy table set found on technology level 12. And we are going to be using the... you can use the tables for stacking up the resource nodes, but we're not going to be showing that in this video. But instead, we're going to be using the wooden bench to make a T structure that will allow you to stack up your plantations and maximize the space. So I'll go ahead and start with... I will redo my berry plantation, and you know what? I'll actually go ahead and make this. I will go ahead and do a full set of berries. I kind of deprioritized berries because I had switched over to doing a full set of the regular vegetables, making minestrone and all that jazz. But I'll show you the information that you need to be able to do it all in one video instead of you having to go find another video to show you how to do this. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm using my PlayStation controller, which I'm holding R2 for the axis alignment mode. It would be right trigger for your Xbox controller users. I don't know what it is on a mouse and keyboard, but the UI will tell you what you need to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and snap this bench to this back wall, and then we're going to build another one in the form of a T. And I realize that my pals are probably doing other stuff since they don't care to... Oh, no, look, there's Shroomer Knock coming to help out. If you've got a lot of base building pals, this can help out. There we go, now they're coming, because then you don't have to kind of stop between each one. So once we get... come on, help. Please? No? Okay, I'll just do it myself. Once the first bench is built, you can snap the second one on top of it. There we go, we're getting to it. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to build this structure to be a total of 5 high. The camera work gets a little bit janky, but what you have to do is once you get to the 4th high, actually aim at the foundation wall above it. So you'll want to make sure that you build your foundations too high, at least for the purposes of doing the proper alignment. So we're going to go ahead and build the 5th and final set of benches. So as you can see here, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 high. So once that's done, in this case, we're going to go to our berry plantation, and you're going to aim at the foundation above and do that axis alignment. And as you can see, it automatically snaps it into place. No kind of jumbling around trying to get it to line up with the pillow. It just does everything for you. So we're going to go ahead and build that that first berry plantation. Then you are going to go ahead and remove the one below it. And for the second plantation, we're going to do the same trick. We're going to go ahead and aim at that foundation wall above, and we're going to go ahead and snap that into place. Now, once you get to your 3rd and 4th, you can do everything from below. So at this point, because I don't want my pals necessarily getting trapped down here, I'm going to go ahead and throw up this glass wall. I'll do this, the glass foundation. I'll throw this in there too. So from here, you're going to need to have to crouch, unfortunately, to be able to aim more easily, but it still will probably give you a little bit of trouble, so you just kind of have to hang in there with it and get it done. But you're going to go ahead and remove your 4th bench. You're going to build, which that goes by pretty quickly since they're being kind of attentive, plus the berry plantations aren't that big. And then from here, you'll remove your 3rd set. And what I actually recommend doing, if you want to try and get rid of all of them, remove the bottom one as well, because we can't go any deeper than 4, because then the pals start to have problems with reaching it. Even if you had it stacked above ground, they have troubles with it. So the reason why I'm doing this underground is I found that when I had my plantation stacked above ground, the pals would actually get stuck inside of them. Granted, they do eventually find their way out, but if you want them to be able to move efficiently from task to task, it was really a pain. So we're going to go ahead and just aim up, snap in our 4th set of berry plantations. I'll help them build that, and that one is done, which is funny because I had exactly enough for four berry plantations. And then it's up to you. You can remove the benches. It's not necessary because you're really never going to see it, but I'll do it just for aesthetic purposes. And then, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and you can kind of seal this in, because it's a 4x4. We're never going to need to interact with it directly. The pals are going to handle everything as far as planting, watering, harvesting, and transporting it from there. So this is effectively snapped off, sealed, and done. And you can, as you can see, We have ourselves, these are, like I said, the nice, neat, and easy ones. It's sealed away. I can actually go ahead and replace this with a metal panel because it's, you know, we don't need to see empty area. And bam, we've got four berries, four berry plantations, all stacked up nice and neat. Now this is the one that initially I had trouble with because I couldn't figure out the way to get it done the way I wanted to make it neat and clean. Especially because, you know, they showed you having these all nice and tucked away in a single platform. So what I'm going to do is, yes, this could be harvest. I'm going to go ahead and throw this weed away. It's not that big of a deal for me right now in the current state of my game. So this one is a little bit of a weird one. What you are going to do is you are going to go ahead and use 4 corner pieces, but I recommend only doing 3 corner pieces initially to give you room to maneuver. So in this case, I'm going to be using this corner as my main anchor point for my plantations. And then I'm probably going to redo all these, and I'm going to alternate the directions that they flow. The reason why I did 5x7 is to give you the kind of walking lane to go in between in case you ever need to change something, or, you know, if they add more plantations in the future, and you wanted to kind of expand your farm. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and in your above level, you're going to do 3 of the corner pieces. So if you're looking at it right there, you'll have your open side right here, which gives us our little bit of maneuvering room, and then you've got your 3 corner pieces. From here, you're going to go ahead and use the corner walls to snap them in place here. So one of the problems with this particular method that I have ran into is that you can't, even when you put in your final corner piece and then frame this up, you can't build a wall because it slightly protrudes and it isn't cleaned. It'll look nice and neat from above ground because you'll have the corner piece here, and then you'll have your glass kind of framing it up. Whatever. They'll figure it out. You'll have your glass, and it'll kind of be tucked away, but if you look at it at the right angle, you'll still be able to see into your structure. And then, again, we're going to go ahead and put a second corner wall above this to make sure that we have something to frame up into. So with the larger plantation pieces, we are going to use the same wooden bench that we got from the Tidy Furniture set. And this time, we're going to build a T-structure as well, but we're going to be building this too long. Much like if you've already watched my other video, you already know this, but in case you found this video and you're like, okay, what do I do? We're going to, much like with the berry plantations, we are going to build this 5 high. One thing that you want to double check and make sure is sometimes the furniture, these benches will snap kind of like floating loosely out like that. So like if I start building this, it's not snapped onto the wall, which will make things funky. So just make sure you take the time to make sure that they're all lined up properly, and you're going to go ahead and build this T 5 high. So let me get that done, and then we'll move on to the next spot. Well, thankfully, the pals are being a little bit more attentive than they were in the first one. So much like with the berry plantation, when you get to the 4th level, aim to that second height wall and go ahead and build your 5th and final bench level. All right. So now that we have that, the same... Why is hardwood dropped? Whatever. The same exact way that we did the berry plantation, the same method is going to go ahead and apply to our wheat here. So we make sure that we're above ground. We snap on to the wall above. It doesn't really matter what direction your plantation is facing, because the pals are going to interact with them the same because it's going to be from above. But just for aesthetics purposes, we'll go ahead and make sure that that one is snapped to the top. Then we're going to go ahead and go down below. We're going to delete our second level. And in fact, we can go ahead, much like with the other one, we can go ahead and delete our bottom floor as well. If you have yourself a grappling gun, you can save yourself a little bit of trouble getting out of here. But you know how to you know how to get around the game. Then we're going to snap it. If you remember how many clicks it was when you were rotating left or right, in this case I think it was 2 to the left or 2 to the right, it doesn't matter because it's facing back. Then you go ahead and can queue that one up, and then we're going to delete our third row. Switch back to building. This one's a little funky. We build our third plantation. Then I forgot to crouch, so I've got to crouch now to be able to aim and get rid of the benches. There's our third row of benches out. And there we go. We're building our final set of benches. And I'm not really gonna, like, I could spend all day trying to get that there, but it's not really. Oh, nope. So the one thing you want to double check is sometimes it will pop out, and so that is unfortunate. So that means that I've got to course correct, which I can do live here for you, as you can see. See here, can I build this like that without having to? That is actually quite fortunate because I was able to build the sports back in without having to tear down the whole thing. You might not be as fortunate, but same thing. Let me crouch. Yeah, it can be really finicky with trying to place the last one. There we go. Now we can see it's lined up with the other ones. So this is the problem here. Let me go ahead and use my grappling hook to get out of here. So I can place the metal corner because at the moment that's what I have. I'm not going to make the whole base glass. I can place the corner, the metal triangular roof, snap this in here, and let me go underground just to show you. Not underground, you know what I mean. Let me go into the structure so I can show you. I'll get these guys out of here. Unlike with the berry plantation, which is a nice, clean, solid 1x1, the larger plantations are a bit overly large. So normally you look at the diagonal wall, we aim here, you can see that unfortunately it clips right through there. So we can't do anything as far as closing this off, at least as far as I have found. People may have other methods that makes it so that it's nice, clean, flush, and locked away. I don't know on that one. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here by putting in our glass. And what you do is you just sit there and you do 4 of the little triangles. You may have to use the rotation to get them. But bam, just like that, we've gone from this to this, which honestly does look a lot nicer if you ignore the ugly metal corner pieces, which, you know, as you move up in your game and you get the more aesthetic pieces, it will look a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and jump cut from where I am right now to where I'm finished, and I've replaced them, and you guys can see the difference in how it shows up. I'm sorry. And because I am not a professional content creator or even kind of good at this, so I'm going to go ahead and actually do this live. I had the kind of realization that it would probably be more beneficial to show you 2 of these back to back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to wall these off just to make it look a little bit cleaner, because again, there's no reason why I should need to get to the berry plantation, and if I ever do, it's just as easy as taking the wall out. But I realized that I should go ahead and show you my current intentions, at least for an additional plot, is I'm going to alternate and go the opposite way. Or it may be better, honestly, to have them all going in the same direction, because they are only 3 deep. It might be a little bit weird to have them kind of uh, going this way, the other going this way. But let's just go ahead and do this live in case there is any problems, and then I'll have no answer for how to fix it on the go. But you know what? I think I will go ahead and I will use this. I will have this one go this way. Not that it's going to matter aesthetically above ground, it's just in terms of the way that I'm constructing it. So I should be able to do this a bit faster because I don't need to explain the whole process to you again. There's a little bit of nuance. So it looks like you may have to approach, in this case, you may have to, oh, no, okay, just that one was being selectively weird. So it should go the exact same way. Horshroom or not, however, is going to be interned here forever, like a cask of Amontillado. So go up here, and just like with the other one, we do our foundations. Again, if you don't have the glass, because glass does come up way later in the tech tree, yeah, 45 is when the earliest that you can get it. You can always just do it all wood, all stone, all metal, or you can do like in my game with my friends. We don't have the glass, so I did stone structure, a stone foundation, and then wood accents just to kind of show it off. So there we go. So there's two of them side by side. I will jump cut back to the end and show you what I finally finished doing with all of them. And there we go with that. I have all 7 of the crops, more aesthetically pleasing in their presentation and how they're tucked away. You don't have kind of the ugly open spaces visible like I did before. It doesn't change. It still works the same. It just looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing having it like this. So I'll just show you one more time down below what I ended up with. You can do whatever works, best for yours. I got my fridge down here where none of the pals can get to it. That way they can teleport all of the harvested ingredients to it, because as with the exception of stuff like the food box, which they actually have to go to get food, If you put this again, nothing that I show you or tell you in this video is anything that I figured out on my own. This is just stuff that I took from other people's videos and utilize that to make something that worked for me on my own. And I'll leave this open in case, you know, we get another random small plot. But yeah, if the pals don't have a direct path to it, which you have to kind of like enclose it and set it out of the way, then they will literally just pick up the item and then teleport it. So they just teleport the ingredients as they harvest them. The same thing can go for your like your vault armory over there. That's my armory with my guild box and all this stuff. That way they spend less time kind of going back and forth. The only time that they spend actually carrying things is you know, from point A to B, like the bars and stuff. Actually, no, even the bars they don't. Sorry, I know this is a bit of a tangent. This isn't why you clicked on the video, but I forgot. Yeah, even like with the furnaces and everything, the only thing they had out there that they can carry stuff to would be this, but I made it so that they can't put ingredients in there, and I just made a bunch of minestrone. If you wanted to make sure that they were keeping like this full with the regular food box. Here, I'll just demonstrate this real quick since this is just a little bit of a bonus tip. Here, let me take half of these. And what I would do is to prevent them from doing stuff like that. Like you see, like the flour, they're already starting to fill it up with things. If you're at the point where you can make like salads and stuff and you've got it in mass, what I did was I took all of the extra slots and just split berries into them so that when I had made more salads, I would have salads in there. There would be no, if I put this here, where's, yeah, see, look, like they're constantly, because I've got one of them is working, yeah, see, Bronze Cherry is working on milling. So when Bikion goes to try and transport it, there's nowhere else to put it but into the fridge. So let's see if this, yeah, see how, like, nobody's carrying it over to this, but you can see that my flour count is still increasing. And it's not like they're reaching it through the floor either. It's just literally Bikion is probably over there right now going, huh? What? Oh, huh? What? Yeah, see, look. Huh? What? Boom. Yep, and that's it. He just teleports it into storage. So there's a little bit of a bonus tip for you in case you want to do that. But there you go. Thank you guys so much for your time. Let me go ahead and get rid of this and put these berries. Let me turn this briefly back on so I can put the berries back in there and back off. Just so I have that as like an emergency backup in case I forget forever and they run out of minestrone. But you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for your time. If you like this, leave a like. Feel free to leave a comment. Again, this was possible because somebody told me that I can do it with the corner pieces, so I looked into doing it and did it. And credit to the many people in the Palworld community that even gave me the knowledge and information possible to make this video. So hopefully this helped you, and you guys have a wonderful day.